So you heard it directly from Tim Savage. What the Clarys did was dead wrong. Okay, now he seems to think that Alice was influenced by Angelo. But I think Alice was influenced by her own greed and need to get out of that marriage. Because even though Angelo was a part of the scheme and knew what was going on, I have no doubt in my mind that if things had turned out differently for little Azriel, Alice would have been in the wind, okay? And she wouldn't have looked back, giving Angelo a second thought. But anyway, let me kick this off the right way. Hey everybody, this is Tracy here with another edition of A View from Tracy's Point, and we are here today with part 2 of the Azriel Clary and Alice Clary text messages, okay? And I know that some of y'all have already watched other videos where they were talking about the text messages, but I am doing this video series in response to people who have asked me to do the video, okay? Okay, so let's jump in. When we left off yesterday, we had started the morning of April 23rd, and just to give you guys a recap, Alice had sent Azriel off to meet with Mr. Kelly. He was staying at a hotel, I believe it was the Doubletree is what the story was when all of this broke. And it was near Celebration, which is a little city outside of, or community that's outside of Disney World, or Lake Buena Vista as Disney World is called, in the area that they're in, or Kissimmee. You may have heard Kissimmee, Lake Buena Vista, that those different areas. So that is where she is headed. And I believe she was going to downtown Disney to wait for Mr. Kelly. And so this started in the morning time, okay? Alice had Azriel up. I think the first text message for the 23rd was at 6:50 a.m. And it was Alice asking Azriel if she was at school. And so they have a bit of a back and forth. And then Alice, basically tells her it's time to make her move, right? Don't leave Mr. Kelly waiting. And so let's go through, because I didn't mark my exact place where I left off at. So we will pick up at 9:18 a.m. And so Alice is texting Azriel, and she's saying, I think she meant, why are you in the car? But she said, what you in your car? And then Azriel replied, yeah. And then Alice says, he know you're there. And keep in mind that Azriel is sitting in the parking lot of the hotel at this point. And so Azriel says, I just texted him. He ain't text me back yet. So Alice says, call you sitting there. She was getting excited. She didn't know what she was texting. And then she says, let me know once y'all together. Let me know when you leaving. And then Azriel says, okay, and okay. And Alice says, hello, are you okay? Because it took Azriel about 15 minutes to respond to her last text. And then she says, I keep getting a call from an unknown number. Hello. And then Azriel finally replies to her mother and says, yeah, I'm fine. I'm in my car. So then Alice says, he didn't come down yet? wow, what'd he say? Copy and paste this text. And so Alice is writing out a text that she wants Azriel to send to Mr. Kelly. Because I guess Azriel ain't on the job and she ain't doing this thing the way Azriel or the way Alice wants it to be done. So what she tells Azriel to text Mr. Kelly is, wow, you get me here and now you have me sitting outside. Very inconsiderate. And then there was some emojis, so we don't know if it was the laugh emoji, if it was the mad emoji. We just know that there were 4 emojis included in this text. And it says, I'm not pressed, so I guess might as well leave because I'm not going to chase you or play games either. What type of mother is this? And then she goes on and says to Azriel, don't forward that message. Copy and paste it, because I guess she didn't want Miss Kelly to know that she was coaching her daughter. And then she says, then say, and I didn't go to classes on top of that. Not cool. Wow. So are you okay? And then Azriel says, laughing my ass off. He coming in like 10 minutes from his room. He was asleep and I was asleep in my car. And then Alice says, really, WTF? And we know what that stands for, okay? You laughing for you been outside for 3 hours? Ain't S-H-I-T funny, girl. So Azriel then replies, what mother is this? These people are crazy. God. So then Azriel replies, yeah, but kept walking up for your text. I think she said kept waking up for your text. And what is there to do since it's raining? And then Alice says movies. And Azriel says, ugh. And then Alice says, eat somewhere other than McDonald's. He has to leave soon. And then Azriel says, laughing my ass off, okay. And then Alice, go play in laser tag right in downtown Disney by Circus Building. Plus, they have a bowling alley there too. And Azriel says, he is a grown man, laughing my ass off. And Alice says, he's a big kid, ass like acting like he 18. So laser tag and arcade will be up his alley. Azriel, laughing my ass off, I'll see. Alice, it's called Disney Quest. He will have a ball, trust me. Right in downtown Disney, so you won't be going far. Azriel, laughing my ass off, okay. Alice, he met you yet? Alice is getting impatient. Azriel, I gotta pee first, laugh out loud. Alice, be careful, he probably has cameras in the bathroom. That was so random. Like, where did that come from? Azriel says, no, I'm in the lobby restroom. Alice, oh, okay, 10 minutes now, 30 minutes. Crazy. Azriel, I'm not even going to his room. We in the lobby. Alice, okay, you better ask him, are you going to hear from him again? And is he really going to work with you musically before you leave? You need to let him hear your songs. Let him see your video. You trying to date the man. You need to let him see your shit. What's your Gmail? Email. And then Azriel says, okay. And then Alice says, so I can send them to you. Show him. Child, Alice is just crazy. So now it's at noon, it's 12:01, and Alice wants to know where y'all going. Okay, so Azriel says, I don't know yet, I'm in his van. And then she has a M, I believe it is, I don't know what that stands for. Or maybe that's RN right now. They're getting their stuff together. Alice, what's your Gmail? Azriel, we going to eat. Azriel1230@gmail.com. Alice, okay, just send songs to you. Just sent some songs to you. You will have to go into Yahoo to see video. It won't let me forward. Ask him, can you play something for him while they get their stuff together? Don't forget to ask about music stuff and if you will hear from him again. Cause you serious. If he not, then cool. So you can move on and won't keep hope alive. If he see you already have music and videos, that will show him how serious you are, and you have to drive like he told me. What type of mother is this? And that you have, I think she meant the drive, God, like he told me. Now, if you guys remember in the video yesterday, I was telling you all about a interview that Azriel did back in 2013. And in that interview, she was telling the guys that she was getting ready to go to California because she had released a song, and that she was going to California to do the video for that song. So I don't know if that's the video that Alice is talking about, or if she's talking about one of these videos that have popped up on YouTube that Azriel had a channel, and she used to post like when she performed at different places, and just, you know, videos that she had done herself. So one of them videos is what Alice is trying to get her to give him. So she goes on to say, it has to be more than just hanging out. Hope you're not eating at McDonald's again. That's why he got to work out. So Mitch, worse child, wait a minute. He got to work out. So M-I-C-H, or maybe she meant much. Worse S-H-I-T, to eat. Okay. She says, listen, guys like women that speak up and a little feisty. You need to talk. Don't let it be all about him. That a doormat. Okay, child, I don't know what she's trying to say. Or maybe she say, don't let it be all about him. Something about a doormat, child. He married Aaliyah because she was feisty. She didn't let him run all over him. You need to be different from the rest. Talk about your music so he see you serious. Now, girl, what type of mother is this? What Aaliyah got to do with it? What are you dragging Aaliyah into your foolishness? So then Azriel says, thanks, love you. I called you back. And then I guess Alice was too busy giving out instructions that she missed that call. Because then she says, you can see the video, no download. And then Azriel says, okay, thanks. Alice, at least get his personal email so you can send him some stuff. And then Azriel says, I will, thanks, because I forgot about that. So now it is 1:37 and Alice is texting again. You are silly. That man ain't trying to do nothing with you musically. He want to F-U-C-K. Period. Cause he like young girls. If he heard you sing, heard your song, saw your video, he would see you're serious cause you got talent. He would be serious about the music with you. He obviously ain't interested in that. You're wasting your time. Now talk about making your daughter feel like crap. Come on now, Alice. So Azriel says, my Yahoo not working. I can't get it to open, and he's patiently waiting. So I guess at some point he done came downstairs, because how do we go from... Okay, I don't know. Okay, so she was in the van. I'm sorry about that. So I guess he got in the van at some point. So she says, my Yahoo not working. I can't get it to open, and he's patiently waiting. Did you send it to my Gmail? And then Alice replies, he will probably hit you up, fly you to him later by yourself, get you there, and you will have no choice but to have sex, because he will probably tell you he ain't giving you a return flight unless you do all kinds of BS. Now, Alice, your daughter is asking you about opening the video that you told her to play for him. Why is you all at the sex point? So Azriel replies, what is the email? So Alice said, huh? Azriel said, send me the video. Dang. Then Alice says, what video? Yours? I can't. Yahoo won't let me. Your father's sending it. And then Azriel says, dang. Child. And here come Alice. You need to tell him you stay in the studio and you don't need to mimic other artists or sound like them because you have your own voice. You add your own style. Well, Alice, I mean, the way you carrying on and telling her what to say and what to do, it doesn't sound like she has a voice at all. Point blank, period. But then you continue on and say, dang, what? Your own voice? You can see it in Yahoo. I put under as gig folder. What, he leaving? Did you ask him if you will hear from him again? And then Azriel says, yeah, he will. My email won't open. I got his email though. Use this. Okay, then Alice, whoa. Alice says, use his effing, make sure you log out. Oh, use his. And then she says the F word. Make sure you log out. Use his phone. Just make sure you log out. Yahoo, we can't send, but use his phone. So then Azriel said, he said, F Arizona, he want me to drive to his house in Atlanta tonight. Okay. All right then. And then she says, and go to the studio and stuff. And then Alice says, really? Did you get the video? I'm sure he got a laptop or tablet that you can use. And then she says, really? Again, that child, it sounds like they're not even having the same conversation. So then Azriel says, hold up, Alice. You made it home? Azriel, yeah, but I'm leaving out, laugh out loud. It's hot, finna slide to Twisted Treat. Real quick, maybe. Do you need anything? And so now, y'all, so when the conversation ended, when Azriel was with him, it was about 2:46. So now it is approaching 6 o'clock in the evening. So at 6:26, Alice replies, nope, you waste gas by doing that. You need to stop on your way in. Let me, and then she says something W, if you like, and so I can get. Child, I don't know. So then Azriel says, yo, they're cute. I don't know what's cute, y'all. And then Alice says, which one? What you doing? You ever called Travis? Did you take care of the dogs? I meant to ask how your car driving. Which one you want? Then Azriel said, send me his number. And yes, I did. Alice, okay, you work on the song. I have no idea what they talking about, y'all. So then Azriel says, yay. cfstudio@me.com. His email, act like me. And then Alice says, okay, wait a minute, child. We done switch days. Let me go back up. Oh, now mercy. So on the 23rd, the last text on the 23rd was when she said his email, act like me. So now it's 6:52 a.m. on April 24th, 2015. And Alice is texting Azriel saying, you at school. Now, can somebody please let me know why Alice don't know if her child at school or not? Like, does she have a job where she's leaving for work way before Azriel gets up in the morning? Or did she work like the overnight shift? Is that why she has asked her child every morning if she's at school yet? Does Azriel have a history of skipping school? Or is it just a motherly thing to make sure that her child got to school okay? Y'all let me know. I'm going to lean towards Alice was working the night shift at this point. So she says, you at school. Azriel says, laughing my ass off. Yes, laugh out loud. Alice, did he get the emails? Azriel, I don't know. I haven't talked to him. Alice, and now it's 2:27 in the afternoon. So she was texting Azriel throughout the day while the child was supposed to be in school. But anyway, it's 2:27 on the 24th, and she says, so you better be texting him so you will stay on his mind. And Azriel says, I know. I'm headed home though. Alice, okay, I'm going to Beach Tom. Maybe she meant tomorrow. Maybe Alice trying to say, I'm going to the beach tomorrow by myself early in the morning. We need to practice today. You going to prom or what? He get the tickets. He ordered tux. If so, you need to let me know which dress. And then Azriel says, yes, I am. And then Alice says, which dress? Send me the two favorite. And Azriel says, I'm driving home. I will though. Like Alice, oh my God. It's like she's trying to live through Azriel's life. So now it's 4:39 and Alice is asking once again, where are you? Azriel says, I'm home. Been home since like 3:40 and talked to R. Kelly. And then Alice says, call from house phone. Yeah, but what? Yeah, about what? So, okay, we done missed part of this conversation. Alice says, call from the house phone. So she's telling Azriel, maybe she's saying call R. Kelly from the house phone. And then she says, yeah, about what? Asking what, I guess, R. Kelly wanted to talk to her about. So then Azriel says, laughing my ass off about flying me out. And then Alice says, oh, really? When? And Azriel says, yeah, whenever I tell him he can. Tomorrow, if I choose. And then Alice is real excited. Now she's like, oh, yeah? Did he check out your shit, though? Alice wants this music career real bad, y'all. So Azriel says, yeah, that's why he called me laughing my ass off. He said he want to go to the studio. I think he really want to sign me under him, to be honest. Here come Alice. Did he like your writing or the video? Just shoot the child down. Oh, the Azriel said he liked both. He said the video's nice for it, just be us doing everything. He also, I think she meant just for them doing it on their own. He also liked my writing. Remember, I sung it for him live, so he already knew with the beat he could understand it better, he said. He likes how it has that radio-ready sound that anyone could relate to. He said it's nice and cute, not too young or grown, but that sound that'll never go out of style. So you guys remember she sung for him when she was backstage after she got up on the stage at his concert a few days, like a week earlier from the time that this conversation is taking place. Let's see. And then she says, when do you want him to fly me? And then Alice says, really? Fly you where? Now she want to act like a mama. And then Azriel says, Atlanta, Chicago, or his next show, depending on when you want him to book it. Bring dog food. Then Alice says, where are you? I'm going to the beach. Don't tell your dad if you want to go with me. Hello? Okay, so Azriel texts her about bringing that dog food at 5:27 p.m. Alice didn't respond until the following morning at 10:26 on April 25th. Okay, so I'm going to assume that Alice works the night shift. Okay, that's just what I'm going with, the night shift. Because that was a big break in communication, and she's usually hounding Azriel about not responding to her. So then she says, where are you? And she says, I'm going to the beach. Don't tell your dad if you want to go with me. Hello. Because now it's about 25 minutes done passed and Azriel ain't responded. So then Azriel responds and says, you want me to go? He not going to leave me in the house. He leaving now. And then Alice says, okay. And then Azriel says, he left his phone, came back, just give it 5 minutes. And then she says, I'm finna go to Tuscany to swim. I might just walk in with someone else. Daddy knows I'm going to be there. So I guess she was talking about Mr. Kelly. All right. So then Alice says, so it's now the next day. So it was 4 o'clock when Azriel texted, Daddy knows I'm going to be there. So now it is the next day at 1:06 p.m. That's a whole lot of time done pass here without any communication. So then Alice says, since you have such an issue with me, I'm going to stay the F away. You can talk to your dad so you can discuss shit with him and your needs. Now, child, they just got me cussing like that. I don't be cussing like this. So, okay, y'all got to tone it down. And then she says, I'm hurting no one but myself, and I refuse to keep going in circles and being an ass for the only people in my life that matter or that even care about. And then Azriel says, I don't have an issue. We all try to talk to you and always want to argue and yell for no reason. I'm tired of letting everyone bring me out of my character. I'm tired of arguing over anything. Don't ask me something if I tell you the answer and you're going to tell me what you believe is the truth. If you know the answer, then don't ask me, and that's on topic. Anything I do is a problem. First, that's why I self-harmed myself. All I do is make mistake after mistake in all y'all eyes. Y'all don't trust me, know nothing, and that's not gonna ever change, and I see that. Ain't no way I'll ever open up to y'all if I have to argue about something. That's exactly why I keep my mouth shut now. Ooh, okay. So Azriel did try to harm herself. So maybe she was in the bathtub and hadn't cut her wrist or took some pills or whatever they say she had done. And then they out here pushing the poor child to get with R. Kelly, knowing that she got mental issues and struggling to get over whatever is happening in her life, which I don't think had anything to do with the boy. I think it's Alice and this man pushing, and Angelo pushing this girl about this music career that she probably didn't even want. And that's why she didn't get it when she was with Mr. Kelly. Like, dang. But honey, she told Alice, didn't she? So that was at 1:11 p.m. on April 26th. And so Alice, I guess, had to take a deep breath and catch herself. She had to snatch her spirit back into her body, okay, to respond to Azriel, because it's now 1:34. And she says, I will give you $250 towards a dress. You can get your dad to help you with the rest. You need to go after school to find a dress. There are some stores at the outlet near your father's job. Okay, so Alice is a little passive aggressive because this girl done poured her heart out at 1:11. She gathers herself to respond at 1:34. And then the next communication is at 5:22. And this doesn't mean that they aren't talking to each other or, talking on the phone or whatever. So Azriel responds and says, Mother, where you at? And then Alice responds over an hour later and says, thanks. I said, child, I don't know what she's saying thank you for. So I guess whatever happened transpired. They're probably talking on the phone. There's some communication or something going on. So then the next text isn't until 6:51 a.m. on the 27th. And Alice texts and said, did you make it to school? Azriel says yes. And then Alice says, I guess you weren't going to let anyone know. Okay, well, have a nice day. So, child, that cussing that Azriel gave her the day before is still on Alice's mind, and she is still hot about it. So then Azriel says thanks, and then the next text message is at 2:48, and Alice is asking Azriel, has she left school yet? So Azriel says, I'm at Oak Ridge, finna give the stuff to the dancers. And then Alice replies about 50 minutes later, and she says, or 30 minutes later, and she says, okay, make sure you let them know they are responsible. I would only give them 5 tickets to start. Well, be careful. And then Azriel replies and says, you weren't even there, shaking my head. And Alice says, wow, really? Are you home? And Azriel says, almost. I got food and I got a pet. Oh my God. Hey, Alice, a pet? Hell no. You don't clean up shit. How he like your dress? So child, she done snap back. Okay. She back in. We got to get you with Mr. Kelly mode. So Azriel says, who? I ain't show him. And yes, a new pet. As Alice, you didn't see him in school. You spoke to Kels. No pets. Azriel, oh, Joseph, yeah, laughing my ass off. Kels, yes. What do rats eat? Oh, girl, I know you ain't bringing no rat in your mama house. So Alice says, if you bring a rat anywhere near my house, we're going to have a problem. What Kels say? Let me know when you make it to school. Okay, wait a minute. So the text about what Kels said was at 5:40 on the 27th. And then the next text picks up, it is 7:02 a.m. on the 28th. And Alice says, let me know when you make it to school. You should have rode with your dad. Did you tell Kels? And then Azriel says, nothing. He told me to call him, but I am after school. And then Alice says, okay, you left school. Now so she says, okay, now it's 2:35. And she's asking Azriel, did she leave school? And then Azriel doesn't respond. And she says, hello. And then she texts again and says, are you okay? Azriel says, yes, I'm driving home. And Alice says, okay, call my desk phone when you get home. And then she gives the phone number, 813-615-7043. And this was at 2:53 p.m. So maybe Alice don't work overnight. I'm just trying to figure out why she don't know when her child went to school or not. Or maybe she leaves early in the morning to get to work, child. Because that's a Tampa phone number that she gave. 813 is Tampa, not Orlando. Okay, so now it's 3:48 p.m. and Azriel says, IGH, finna check this possum. Or finna check this possum. So child, she done bought a possum. And she says, get like $40, put in my account, because I need gas and might get my nails redone before I go see R. And I'm going to the mall after school tomorrow. And then Alice says, okay, you need to do your toes. You talk to him what he say. You don't need them redone, just a polish change, which shouldn't be no more than $7. Okay, so then Azriel says, answer your phone, shaking my head. So now that was at 4:27 when Azriel told her to answer the phone. So now the text messages pick back up at 4:28. So then this says, so Azriel texts the number, a 602 number, and it says, Mr. Kelly said to get me to LA, a early flight, My name is Azriel Dolores Clary. I'm in Orlando, Florida currently. So this is to an assistant. And then the assistant says, okay, please send your date of birth for air travel and travel tomorrow or question mark. Azriel says 12/30, 1997. Yes, a flight for tomorrow. And then the person says, oh, okay, got it. And then Azriel says, thanks. And then the person replies, I will have your travel booked before 10 p.m. Is that okay? And then Azriel asks, at night, is there an earlier flight? And the person says, I will have your travel booked and information sent over to you in a couple of hours. You will travel tomorrow. And then Azriel says, yes, thank you. Will this be for a round trip flight? And then the person says, okay, yes. You are confirmed on American Airlines to depart Orlando at 7 o'clock a.m., arrive in Los Angeles at 9:25. Your confirmation, and then she gives the confirmation number. And then she says, I will send you a full itinerary shortly. And Azriel says, thank you. You are confirmed on American. Okay, then the person says, thank you. Wait a minute. Azriel says, thank you. Then she texts her mom. Okay, she texts her mom. And it's now 10:15 p.m. at night. So Azriel texts her mom and says, you are confirmed on American Airlines to depart Orlando at 7. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on a second, guys. I think I didn't. Okay, so the person sent the confirmation information. Then the person said that they would send the full itinerary. So then there's an outgoing text that says thank you to that person. So then there is another text that's outgoing to Alice's phone. And it says you're confirmed. So I guess Azriel forwarded the text to her. So then there is another. I think that's a different child. Wait a second. Hold on, guys. Because I think, okay, 0267. Okay. Anyway, child. So it's going to Alice's phone. So then there is a number. So then Azriel sends Alice a phone number, which is the number that she's been communicating with, who sent her that information. So then she says thank you to that person. And the person says you're welcome. Okay, so then it says have fun, be careful, be smart, and be a musical genius that I know you were born to be. Good luck. I love you. And so it's now the 29th of April at 4:33 a.m. Okay, so then Azriel responds to Alice, who sent her that text about having fun. And she says, I hope I don't get lost. And then Alice says, why would you get lost? You will be okay. Just go to the gate area. Don't forget you need to catch the train. You smart. Ask somebody. You let him know that he needs to pay you for your baggage coming back. And take pics of yourself while you are in Cali for your site. So I guess she means for her website. And she says just none with him. So she's telling her not to take any pictures or not to post any pictures on her website with Mr. Kelly. So then Azriel says, okay. Alice says, it's now 6 o'clock in the morning. Alice says, put your lock on your phone so no one can just pick it up. When you get home, it comes off. And then she says, as this your 1 in a million lifetime opportunity, I have faith in you. Have faith in yourself. Remember, be confident, not cocky. Show his ass what you're made of musically. This is your time to shine. Block out all the other BS going on in life and write some fire. Eat, drink lots of water, and do some exercising. Do vocal exercising, please, and make sure every time you sing, you jive perform unless you actually in the studio. Okay, so I guess you tell don't be putting on no show for people unless she in the studio. So then Azriel replies, I will. And then Alice says, a driver will pick you up. No, then the person who works for Mr. Kelly says, a driver will pick you up and drive you to your hotel when you land. All information will be in text when you arrive in LA. Have a safe flight. And then Azriel says, thank you. And then it is now 8:14 on the 29th, and Alice wants to know, let me know when you make it. Don't text that group chat with Mr. Angelo and Clarice, or whatever that sister name is. Another thing, as he may try you and have another woman around flirting with her to see if you get easily jealous. Don't fall for that either. Be careful, have fun, put yourself first. Love you. Call me when your flight lands so I know you made it safe. And let's see. She says car will... Okay, so then the employee, the assistant, texts Azriel and say, car will meet you at baggage claim, Empire Car Service, pick up, LA 9:25 a.m., drop off La Montrose Hotel. Then she gives the confirmation number, hotel address, La Montrose Suite. And then she says hotel. She gives the address, the phone number, a confirmation number. And I think Azriel must have texted that to Alice to give her the information. So it's now 12, still on 4:29. And the assistant says, thank you. I just noticed the time shift. Our flight is landing now. And then she says, perfect. And then it says, we're at the... Okay, so Azriel said, thank you. And then the person said, perfect. And then Azriel says, we're at gate 447B, Terminal 4. All I have to do is get my luggage, and I will then be on my way to the hotel. And the person says, yes, driver should be there at 9:25. Azriel, what time is it now? Because my time is completely wrong. And the person lets her know 12:07. And then she says 9:07 LA time. Your driver is at the airport now with a sign that has your name on it, female driver. She's meeting you at baggage claim. Oh my God, the hotel. Okay, then Azriel texts her mother and says, oh my God, the hotel is freaking awesome. And then she gives a bunch of emojis. Okay, so then she tells the person, thank you, I'm waiting on luggage. The person says, okay, and that's the assistant. And then she says, really? Screenshot me pics. Let's see. So she was texting her mom saying, really? And then she says, screenshot me pics. And then Alice says, I'm looking, I was on computer, top notch, upscale. I'm jealous. I'm not with you. And then Azriel says, laughing my ass off. Aw. And then she says, I know, right? I hope I'm both bored. And then she does some emojis. And then Alice says, you're getting a glimpse of the rich and famous. Hope you're ready. And then Azriel says, I'm looking for the hotel. I can't find it. I don't see a woman. And then Alice says, it's called the La Montrose Suite Hotel. Stand by. Let me have her find you. And then the assistant says, stand by. Let me find her for you. Okay, and then it says you're at Terminal 4. You got your bags and in the car. Yes. Okay, so there's a lot of going back and forth between Alice, her texting Alice, and then going back and forth with the lady. And so they're basically telling her that the driver is at the bottom of the escalator at baggage claim. Driver's name is Andy. Requested a female driver. And then she gives a phone number. And then she asks, did you locate the driver? Azriel says, yes, I made it, but it's a man. And then the lady said, okay, I just got word that they were understaffed. And then she says, it's fine, thank you. And she says, that was Azriel, it's fine, thank you. And then the assistant says, okay, please let me know when you arrive at the hotel. Okay, and Azriel says, definitely will. Then here come Alice. He going to be in your room butt naked with one of his songs playing Laugh Out Loud.
What type of mother is
What
this?
is wrong with
Oh my God.
Alice? Like, why is she trying to get her daughter into this entanglement so bad? Okay, let's see if we can finish off the 29th, because child, it's like it's going to be a long day of texting, okay? So Azriel says, laughing my ass off. No, he not. Laugh out loud. The driver said I got the best hotel in West Hollywood. Alice, yeah, it's nice. That's what he told you. He gonna surprise you. You can do room service for food. Have them charge it to the room, because it won't be on your credit card. Ghetto child. And then Azriel says, I'm at the hotel now. Alice says, just make sure you can change it to the room. You can charge it to the room. The rooms are $300 a night. Your flight was $700. Child, she just running a tab here. So Azriel said, he just called me. He's at the studio. Alice, I looked at all that. You already at $1,000 just for the trip. And one night, laugh out loud, must be nice. And then Azriel says, laughing my ass off, look at you, Alice. Okay, see, you got the Starbucks pick, laugh out loud. Great, the front desk told me that everything went okay with your check-in. Please text me your room number and text Mr. Kelly. Oh, this is the assistant, I'm sorry. The assistant says, great. The front desk told me that everything went okay with your check-in. Please text me your room number and text Mr. Kelly to let him know that you're all set. Then here comes Alice. Make sure you don't look country. You need to be looking good, hair and all flawless. Okay, I'm taking my break. Give me a few minutes. Bullshit, I will call. So then Azriel says thank you to the assistants, and then she says to her mom, laughing my ass off. Yeah, laughing my ass off. And then the assistant says 220, and I will thank you. And then she says perfect. No, Azriel tells the assistant 220, and I will thank you. And then the person says perfect. Then she says to Alice, I'm crazy. This Aaliyah movie just came on and I just got off the phone with R. And then Alice says, really crazy. So it's 4:48 p.m. And like I say, this day ain't gonna never end, y'all. So then Alice says, I'm on my way home, bored. Got one more test done, 2 more to get my surgery approved. Yay. So child, Alice getting some medical work done. So she needs this thing to work out with her child. So Azriel says, hey, that's good. I'm freaking bored. Oh my God. Sorry I missed your call. So now it's 6 something. And then Alice says, no problem, no problem. I'm so excited. Azriel, I would be too. And then Alice, I've been trying to get this approved 3 years. Ugh. What kind of surgery Alice was having? She says, I cussed Manny out, and I'm talking about the son. He broke my effing CD, stepped on it. You know, I don't play about my old school. And then Azriel says, dang, I'd be scared, shaking my head, and dang. So then Alice, you need to tell him you're not a mimic artist, and you know your range, and you don't do Adele and Rihanna. You can sing them however you're your own artist, and that you can do stuff they can't, like whistle notes. Okay, then she says, I was seeing this woman's work with music and all, but that bass, all about that bass, your a cappella version. Don't let him put you in someone else's box. Please speak up. He may respect you more because no one probably told his ass how to, hey, feel. They probably just do what he say. Trust me, I know men. They like females that are a little feisty. Not too much, but at times. And then Azriel says, thanks. I have no service in here whatsoever. And then Alice says, turn your phone off, back on. It's AT&T. It should work elsewhere. And then, Azriel said, I will hopefully, then I leave out the service is better. So I guess when she in the room, she ain't got no service. And when she out the room, she do. So then Alice says, no, do it real quick now. It may have something to do with you changing time zones. Plug your phone by the window. It may get better service. Shopping, get a iPad. You eat yet? You went around the hotel to the pool and stuff? Child. Listen. Like I say, this day ain't gonna never end, y'all. Because they are still texting each other. And I just don't understand why. Child, let's see. Okay, I'm going to give y'all 10 more minutes because you know I cut off at an hour to get this thing uploaded. So, child, it is 7:44 or 7:41 p.m. Still on the 29th. Azriel, wow, he just mentioned this woman's worth. Alice, what you doing? Azriel, I'm going to text you in 10. We're leaving and talking. I don't want to be rude. Be talking about rules. My text may not go through. Alice, okay, have fun. What the fuck you got on? Azriel, my black tights and brown shirt. Hila. Hila, child. Alice, okay, talk to you later. Love ya. Azriel, love you. And then she sends a bunch of emojis. So it's now 10:11. So that last text was at 7:46. It's 10:11. Alice wants to know, hey, just checking in on you. I'm getting ready to go to bed soon as I finish studying. Are you okay? Yeah, Ma, I'm fine. What time is it over there? And then Alice says, wanted to talk to you to say good night and I love you. Sweet dreams, baby girl. Now, didn't Azriel ask this woman what time it was? So then Azriel said, I'm finna be at the mall in like 5 minutes. And then Alice finally tells her that it was 10:13 in Florida. And she says, I have to get up for work. Okay, well, can I call you real quick? And then Azriel says, dang, what the heck? Hold up, Ma. I'm going to call you in like 2 minutes. And then Alice says, I guess you not going to answer. Talk to you later. You went out and ate. Good night. Dang. She said she called you in a minute. So then Azriel said, my messages or calls not coming through. That's why. Hold up. And then Alice says, did you ever turn your phone off? No worries. Talk to you later. And then Azriel says, yes, I did. I love you. Wish you could be with me. And then Alice says, is it working now? What mall you at? So give me the scoop. Y'all hung and stuff. When he saw you, like what? Now it's 11:41 at night. And then Azriel said, we're not even going anymore, laughing my ass off. Well, I don't know. I'm in the car, just me and H and his assistant. I think she meant R. Let's see. Oh my God, this conversation. Okay, it's 11:42. And Alice says, why? What happened? What? Why? Azriel, I don't know. Alice, a girl or boy? Azriel, we going somewhere else now and a girl. Azriel, cute or not? Skinny or fat? Old or young? Azriel, no, and I ain't look at her body, laugh out loud. She in the back, I'm in the front, and are driving. Alice, oh, he with you? Azriel, I think we're going to the studio. And yes. Alice, oh, wow. Azriel, yeah, laughing my ass off. Alice, you ready? Not real loud or hard unless the song requires it or he wants it. So what happens when he saw you today? How? And then she says, how he act towards you? Child, Azriel said he was happy, and I know, Ma. And then she did a bunch of emojis. And then she says, but he got me in sweats, laughing my ass off. He ain't like my tights showing my figure. And then Alice, wow, really? Girl, you better bring it. This your chance. Granny looking out for you from above, so you better wow his ass. Okay, why you bringing the dead grandma into this, Alice? So then she goes on and says she always wanted to be a singer. That might be why you're the only that can, maybe the only grandchild that can sing. She probably begged God. Child, God ain't got nothing to do with this, honey. So he went and got some sweats. Azriel, yeah, laughing my ass off. And let's just hope. And then she did some emojis. And then Alice says, no matter what happened, I'm still proud of you. Just remember AGT. I guess she says America Got Talent. I don't know. And don't accept failure. So, was he really glad to see you? Asked you for a hug and stuff? Or kind of just hi? Tell him I said hi. Well, good night, Ladybug. Do your thing. And if just have, and I think she said, if he just have you perform, then put on a show. Child, it's 11:54 and they still talking. Okay. So then she says, remember this woman's work, Pretty Hurts, all about that bass. Prince, if you do intimate like a seductive lap dance, and Jessie J, your best songs, bring it. Good night. Love ya. Child. So then Azriel finally responded at midnight or after midnight on April 30th and said that we're at the gym. Oh my God, laughing my ass off. And then Alice says, what? And then Azriel says, we are going to the studio, but I knew he put me in sweats for a reason. And then Azriel says, and then Alice, okay, that's the end. They don't text each other until 6:46 that morning. So we're going to end it here with Azriel saying that we were going to the studio, but I knew he put me in sweats for a reason. So maybe it is true that he made them wear the sweats all the time. I mean, when they was out in public, they was all half naked, but I guess, I don't know. He went and bought her some sweats. He didn't want to see her in them tights and that t-shirt that Alice told her to put on. But anyway, guys, that's it for part 2. We're going to wrap this up. And then we'll be back with April 30th. And so just so you guys know, this whole document is 174 pages. So the first part was 10 of those pages. And today I got through 17 of those pages. So, child, we're going to try and hurry up and speed this thing up, because at the rate I'm going, this might take a whole week to get through. Okay. So anyway, guys, go ahead. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you're thinking about this. Rate the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next time, I shall talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.